Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chris from T3 Handicapping, coming to you on Thursday, February 20th, 2025. For today's race of the day, we're looking at Fairgrounds, race number 6. Full disclosure, I looked through all the different cards today. I don't really have a super strong opinion on anything throughout the whole day. Feels like a day I'm going to kind of tread lightly with. This was sort of the one that jumped out the most to me, but it's still not one that I'm feeling super confident in. Not in terms of the top of the market. I think the top of the market I feel good about, but the third and fourth place spots I don't feel as great about. Really, anything beyond the top I think gets a little wishy-washy. So with that, we're going to go ahead and dive in, and I'll talk through a little bit about the rankings, and then also how we got to our bets over on the right-hand side. So this is going to be race 6 from the Fairgrounds on 2/20/2025. We are going a distance of a mile on the dirt. It's an allowance non-winner of one condition with a race rating of 95 from our system. So the first thing I do, as always, is I put my stack rank over in the right-hand worksheet over here. So I've got 2, 9, 7, 1, 4, 6, 3, 5, 8, the 3, 5, and 8 all being tied with just 0.1, so they're all pretty much the same there. Going through my eliminations, you can see I have color-coded the categories for you, so you can see the gold are the top factors, the green are sort of the secondary factors, white means that they kind of have like an average impact, and then red means they have a pretty low impact on a horse's ability to win. So in going through this, I ended up eliminating 4 horses, which is a little bit more than I would typically eliminate from a 9-horse field. But one of the things that I've found is helpful for me and my betting personality and my betting strategy is to sort of inversely play my opinion. So if what I found myself doing early in my betting career was when I wasn't sure of a race, I increased coverage to try and cover as many possibilities as I as I could, in hopes that I'd be able to catch something and then get into some of my stronger opinions later on. I actually have now found that doing the opposite is better. When I'm not feeling 100% confident in a race or in the way it sets up, I tend to actually try and thread the needle even more perfectly. Because I'm playing in a single race capacity, I'm not playing the multi-races. When it comes to like trying to hit a trifecta in a race I'm not as confident in, I will just try and thread the needle tighter. Whereas if I think like I feel really good about the top 3 spots and I think I'm going to hit the try, in the super I'll be more forgiving of horses because I'm pretty confident I'm going to catch the top 3, so I don't mind spending a little extra to make sure that 3 turns into 4, right? So that's just the way I approach it. You might approach it differently, but I've found that in a race like this where I'm confident about the winner, but I'm not so confident about the other horses, that it's actually better for me to eliminate more and just hope that I can nail it perfectly. So as I was going through, I found 4 horses that I could eliminate. The first one was the number 3 horse. The 3 horse got eliminated for a number of reasons. Number 1, I just look at the categories here. I mean, obviously the score is really low, but the only thing that this horse is even close in is total pace, which is a prime factor, but the horse doesn't have the top score in that. The other piece that led me to do this was I look at this and I don't see a lot of speed signed on. And so when I see that this horse is also a closer, that gives me pause. Now, it will be a little bit closer, I think, than some of the other closers, but nevertheless, I decided to make the elimination of the 3. I then decided to eliminate the 5 and the 8 as well for similar type reasons. You can see the 5 is, again, a closer with not many early speed points. You've got a sub 10% jockey trainer, only one category where the horse ranks in the top 3, that is heart. And with that heart category, although it's a secondary factor, it's not a primary factor, and there's nothing else to really draw on, so I decided to eliminate that horse as well. The 8 horse, again, a mid-pack, not a ton of early position, sub 10% jockey trainer. That really does matter to me quite a bit. I tend to eliminate those horses a lot, almost automatically, regardless of what's over here, although you'll see the 9 to be a different case just because of how much is in play here. But this one here, the 8, again, low jockey trainer, and then only one category in the top 3, a third place in heart, which is a secondary factor anyway, easy elimination. Now, those ones all were on my radar largely because of where they will be in the pace and then because of their connections and lack of strong factors. The other one that I ended up coming back to, again because of jockey trainer, even though I think the pace scenario is a lot better for this one, is the number 4 horse. I saw the sub 10% jockey trainer, which, again, gets my radar up but doesn't automatically eliminate the horse. Then I went through and I looked, okay, the stamina and flow are both, top 3. But stamina is kind of a like average impact and flow is a low impact variable or factor. The total pace and form are both high impact factors, but in both cases there are 2 horses that are better than this horse in that category. So I decided again, because I'm not as confident in the bottom of the market here, to eliminate that one as well. So now moving on to my quick check, I looked through these and I won't bore you with how I ended up leaving things exactly the same. But I was 29716. The 2, I mean, you can just look at this grid and see why I put the 2 on top. There's a pace advantage here, I believe, for this horse. The connections are the tops in the race, and then you just look, it's a sea of green going across. So I'm really confident in the 2. I put that one in the first spot all by itself. That's the one I'm going to really key into on this one. I feel great about that. After that, I don't think there's really any result that would surprise me. I think there's a lot of horses in this mix that can do it. So I ended up landing on just keeping my stack rank pretty solid. The 9, the 1, and the 7 ended up in the second place spot. You can see just by looking at them that they all have at least multiple factors. The 1 was maybe in the mix to get dropped down to the third position, but I decided to keep this one in just because of the class rating and the heart. I thought maybe this one could put those things together to make things interesting. But if I was going to move one down to the third, that would be the one that I would move there. So I've got 971 in second, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to hope that those 3 can be in third as well. I'm just going to kind of keep them tight, keep them together. The 6 was borderline to be eliminated, but did have 2 second places in 2 prime categories, so I didn't want to completely eliminate that one altogether, and so I put that one into the 4th position. What that looks like in terms of betting, I love the 2. I think the 2 is by far the horse to beat. I will be shocked if I get 3 to 5. I'm going to take this horse all the way down to even money for $10. My exactas, I'm just going to lean into my opinion on this one. If the 2 doesn't win this race, I saw the race wrong and I just want to move on with my life. So I'm going to go 2 over the 179, demanding $12 on any combination. So if any combination drops below 12, I will go ahead and remove that from there. So that cost may go down. That's going to be a total of $3 for a $1 exacta. The $1 trifecta, I'm going to have 2 with the 179 with the 179. That's 3 horses in second, 2 horses in third for $1. That is 6. And then in the superfecta, again, I'm just going to follow the grid. 2 with 179 with 179 with the 1679. And so that's 3 horses in the second position, 2 horses in the third position, and 2 horses in the fourth position. That makes a total, when you multiply those together, a total of 12 combinations for the 10-cent denomination is $1.20. So that's how I intend to attack the 6th race here from Fairgrounds, obviously pending any scratches. Again, I feel really confident about the top of the market, but not so much about the horses underneath. So we'll really heavily be leaning into that too. But again, this is really kind of the play of the day for me. I don't know that I'll even really play much of anything else, just going through the different cards. So if you're looking for additional horse racing coverage this weekend, don't forget that Betting News has you covered Saturday from Gulfstream Park and Santa Anita, and then on Sunday from Aqueduct, and as well as the Rebel Stakes from Oaklawn Park as well, the Kentucky Derby Prep. So best of luck in all of your horse racing investments on this Thursday and through the weekend. Cash those tickets.